Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to episode 7 of the Lucky Dog podcast presented by Ill Fated Racing and GFI. I'm Ben, driver of the number 28.
I'm Kevin, driver of the number 49.
Oh, was I supposed to
No,
go? Hang
no,
on.
no.
Let me
You're good,
lock
you're
in.
good. You're good, you're good.
And I'm Kevin, driver of the number 97.
Is that your take?
Yeah, that's good.
Last week we decided not to post an episode due to some circumstances of drama in the league, and we didn't feel like there was enough coverage of Martinsville. It was just going to be a short episode, and multiple times people have said that they found the longer episodes more entertaining. So we just figured we'll delay it, get some more um, content for you guys, stuff to talk about, and go from there. So first of all, we have the Martinsville Cup Series race. Chase Elliott won that. I know Denny Hamlin was doing pretty good in the first and second stage. Did you end up watching that race, Kevin or Kevin?
I watched part of it. I didn't catch most of it. I just kind of had it on my second monitor while I was playing games. But then he did win stage 1 and 2, and he couldn't clutch up for the win. And SVG was also running surprisingly strong. He was, I believe, top 5 at one point for a decent bit, and he finished P11 in the race. So it's a pretty strong finish for him, especially on an oval, which he's not the greatest at so far.
He'll get there. I know you like him, so I'll give you the confidence that he'll get there. I didn't end up watching. I mean, I never do. I didn't end up watching the Cup Series broadcast for GFI. Um, did you?
Um, Bits and pieces. There was so many cautions that I just kind of zoned out and was just kind of staring at my screen while it was going on. But it looked like there was some good battles up front. It was constant lead changes between Timothy Rainey Lewis and Kyle Purcell for pretty much the entire race.
You have some other notes in there. Now, for the GFI Cup Series race, I didn't end up watching it. I usually don't end up watching it because I usually just am busy on a Monday night. Did you watch it, Kevin? And if so, do you have anything to comment on?
I did. I first want to congratulate Timothy Rainey Lewis on his win. I think this
Congrats.
is actually, let me see. I have the points up. This is his third win of the season so far. So congratulations to him and Apex Sim Sports.
Yes, congrats, congrats.
I caught some of the race. It was so many cautions. There were 16 cautions throughout the race. So it was a lot of pacing laps. So I zoned out for a while, but it was hard racing and constant lead changes between Timothy Rainey Lewis and Kyle Purcell, in which Kyle Purcell kind of got the shit end of the stick with his internet going out on the green white checker, and he got sent into the pits since it didn't come back on fast enough. So he was basically disqualified from the race. I think he would have finished somewhere in the top 10, maybe, or like a little bit out of the top 10, depending on how many people were down on laps. But there was a bit of an update to the points with the removal of 2 drivers. So we have Timothy Rainey Lewis in first place with 3 wins, Lucas Martin in second place with 2 wins, Michael Shaw in third place with 1 win, Wes holding down fourth place with no wins,
My
unfortunately.
my bet's still looking pretty strong though. Fourth place. It's a possibility.
And you have Andy Ennis in fifth place. He jumped up 3 spots after Martinsville with 1 win on the board. And the team standings are still the same. Skewer Cat Racing in first place, Ajax in second, and Apex Sim Sport in third, followed by Tag and Velocity. But it was just a very caution-filled, drama-filled race. It did not end very well.
Now, the GFI O'Reilly series, you mentioned in our little notes that we keep here that the O'Reilly series had less cautions, which it did.
By
You
one.
have you have 16 cautions in the Cup series and 15 cautions in the O'Reilly series. However, wasn't like what's the lap difference there? We had
I
almost the same
believe,
amount.
I think Cup ran 150 something, maybe 175. We ran 125, I
All right,
think.
so
Don't quote me. I may be completely wrong on that, but
just you can just show it right here.
to
I mean,
talk,
I'm not,
just looking at the cautions, we did better. That's all that matters.
yeah, but it's
That's all
probably
that matters in my eyes.
cautions per lap is probably worse.
You know, I think we only had like maybe 20 laps of actual racing in the O'Reilly series.
Speaking of, congratulations to yet again Austin Dan, who, as of the recording this today, I think he got promoted to Cup Series, right?
I don't know if that is 100%, but I think they basically said he's most likely going to be. I don't know if they're gonna still wait until the 12 week and do like a
Hold
bunch of
on, hold
people.
on, hold on.
He's got the
Austin
cup
Dan, he's
tag
got the
on Discord.
Oh yeah, he has
yep,
the cup tag now. Okay, so he
yeah,
is
he's a cup.
promoted. Congratulations to Austin Dan for getting
Thank
promoted to
you for
cup.
backing me up there,
Woohoo!
Kevin. um,
Austin.
he's a demon. It's scary. Like, not surprised he won. I would like to say though, everyone kind of when we asked about advice for Martinsville, we got a lot of brace yourself, buckle up, it's going to be a mess, which it was a mess. Um, However, it was a lot of fun. Like I enjoyed it much more than I did Darlington, and that was also uh, our new temporary host Kevin, his debut race in GFI. So first of all, I'd like to see how you felt about the track.
I mean, yeah, I had a breeze just driving by myself in the back line the whole time. You know, super slow, getting used to the car and the track. It was fun. Um, had no incidents, which was great. Yeah, had a great time. I mean, sorry to anybody who's inconvenienced by me being slow, but I'll get there. Maybe, maybe not.
So it is his
You've only
first
done
race.
like 6 total races on iRacing, so
Yeah,
Yeah,
uh,
that was. I'm still a baby. I'm getting my legs.
me and our other teammate Aaron are relatively new to the service. He's brand new.
Yeah, like just hatched out of the egg.
Yeah, so if you guys see him, make sure to give him a little boost, a little bump on the back, get him going. Um,
Or don't.
please do. I think it'd be funny watching you get bumped.
Yeah, if you want to take 10 cars out of the race, yeah, I like learning the tracks. I like learning the car. I was able to get some points up on the board as well for that race, which is nice.
Yeah, you beat Kevin by 1 point because you didn't have any
I
incident
did.
points.
Yep. It's
Look at that.
kind of a classic tortoise and the hare kind of fable. Slow and steady wins the race. In this case, didn't win the race, but I won the points.
Overall, I enjoyed the track. I would like to take a moment to go over the points in both Cup. Oh, you already went over Cup, right?
yeah,
Yeah, you
I
did.
have the points up for O'Reilly right now, if you don't have them
Sweet,
up.
sweet. I don't have them up, so if you want to go
Of
over
course
those,
you don't. Terrible co-host.
terrible co-host. That's why I'm getting replaced by Kevin.
First place could have. I don't think anyone could guess it, but we have Austin Dan in first place. At the time of Martinsville, he is 91 points in the lead. Then we have William Ashworth in second, Matthew Davis in third, Jack Evans in fourth, and Marshall Williamson in fifth. And then I believe team standings. Yeah, team standings didn't change. It Tag in first, LA in second, us at Ill Fated in third, then Velocity and Tusser in fourth and fifth.
Did we bet on who would win in the O'Reilly series, the championship?
Um,
Because if so, I
I
would
don't
love
know
to
if
change my
we
bet.
did. I honestly don't know if we did. I think we
I've
only did it for Cup.
Well, I know who I would place my money on in regards to O'Reilly series.
If Austin
There's
Dan continues to race in O'Reilly after he gets in Cup, which I would like him to, and I think he probably would because he has said he really enjoys this car. It's that Austin Dan's definitely gonna win.
he has a 100% top 10 finish. Like every race he's been in the top 10.
Yeah.
That's an insane stat. Moving on to Rockingham though.
I'm inserting this clip into here while I am editing because I realized we forgot to congratulate Austin Dan on his Rockingham win. So congratulations to him. This is his 4th win, and I believe he's won the past 2 or 3 in a row. But congratulations on his 4th win of the season.
Also first time on that track. You're gonna hear that a lot from us. First time on Rockingham. Reminded me of Darlington a bit, not the actual like layout of the track, but in terms of driving it. It was less tricky, but still felt like you had to kind of get that angle perfect with the exact right amount of speed. Going a little too fast, you hit that wall, and once you hit that wall, man, your car's swinging.
Yeah, the wall out of 2 I think caused a few cautions in this race. Every time I was behind someone, I always stayed back and watched them hit the wall and shoot to the inside line.
I hit. I don't know if I hit the wall. I think I hit somebody who hit the wall, and lost it in turn 2, and was like I was saving it on the back stretch, and as I was focused on saving it, I think it was Grant was spinning in turn 3, and I couldn't slow down fast enough. Like I locked my brakes up and just uh slammed into him with almost 8 minutes of damage. Sucked, but I mean, it was average ill-fated race, right, Kevin?
Yeah, I think all of us had to pit for damage at one point. Aaron got meatballed. I got rear-ended and got involved in a big wreck. Kevin had
Yeah, I
engine
was by
problems at
myself,
one
and
point.
yeah, I was by myself in turn 2, and luckily nobody was around me. My whole car lost power for a second, so I ended up hitting the wall and going down into the inside line pretty quick. So I had to pit in for about like 14 minutes of repairs.
Oh my god.
Yeah, thank goodness I was a slowpoke there because I would have caused some huge damage to people.
I wasn't a huge fan of Rockingham.
I
It's fun
wasn't. Yeah.
to drive. I feel like kind of like how we said with Darlington. It's fun to drive and just hot lap and drive just like drive around it. But in an actual race, I was not a fan of it.
Uh, I'm here nor there. Like I mentioned, I wasn't too crazy about it, and I'm not. But I'd still take it over Phoenix. I'd take it over Darlington, and I'd take it over Phoenix.
You didn't even race Phoenix.
That doesn't mean I haven't driven on it.
You've never driven on Phoenix. You didn't even race it.
I have tried. Okay. All right. Whatever.
I personally enjoyed it more than Martinsville. I felt like I was able to go a little bit faster and try some things a little bit more confidently than I was in Martinsville. But granted, I was in the back as well, so got some confidence from being alone.
Yeah. Also, you know, you could hold your gas for longer here. You could feel it out, and you weren't also trying to feel out how everybody else drives.
Mm-hmm.
So I would. I honestly think your next few races are where you're going to actually, um, like start moving. I
Don't give me
think
too much credit yet.
I, I believe in you. I'm not saying you're gonna,
Thank you.
you're not gonna pass Austin Dan, but like I think you're gonna slowly get the confidence you need to be like, okay, I can push it like here. Yeah, it doesn't take long. Um, we forgot to talk about the actual real life race.
Yeah, there was
Uh,
it was an off week for Cup, so it was just O'Reilly racing at Rockingham. So congratulations to Williams Sawalich, or I may have butchered that last name, but it's for his first career win. I want to say it's also his first or second year racing full time. I didn't watch the actual race, but I did watch the NASCAR highlights, and I did watch a bit of Cletus's video because this was his debut race, and I wanted to see. He had a bunch of like really cool like in-car footage, out-of-car footage, and radio in his video. That I really
oh,
liked.
I watched part of it, the actual race. Um, Cletus in the O'Reilly in ARCA, he was fantastic. I mean,
Yeah, Arca he finished, I think qualified 7th, finished 4th.
the O'Reilly series though, I think had nerves going on because he spun maybe 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, I want to say it was like 4 or 5 times. He tried to push it 3 wide on lap 4 and spun himself, and then he was in the back and he was self-spinning. He got hit by people that caused him to spin.
Yeah, then he almost got clipped.
Yeah, he dodged a wreck. It was very, very close. There was a lot of close calls in that race from a few different drivers.
It was yeah. Overall, I would say it was an okay race to watch. I wouldn't say it was super boring, but it wasn't super like I wasn't on the edge of my seat for what I did watch of it, I guess.
Yeah, no, I don't really watch the O'Reillys that often, but I watched this one mainly just to see how Cletus was doing. But anytime I do watch it, I do root for Raja Caruth. He's like the main person I'm rooting for in that series. I want to see him do good and work his way up into Cup. And he had a good race at Rockingham. Started 13th, finished 4th. He's
Did you
10th
watch that
overall in the standings.
that YouTube series I told you to watch, whatever it was called?
Yes, I did. I also forget what it's called though. It was following
Hocevar,
yeah,
Caruth,
Hocevar, Caruth, and
and
Jesse
Love.
Love.
Yeah. If you haven't watched it, I don't know what it's called. You can insert a little.
This is neat. 24 hours ago, Cletus stated that NASCAR denied him being able to run O'Reilly's next weekend.
Yeah,
He's gonna be in an ARCA car.
yeah, they got denied for his Talladega race. They said they didn't see enough out of him.
That it's not like shocking.
Yeah, I'm not angry with that call. I don't think because he said even at Rockingham he's like in his test videos that the speed is insane and he's like always he said he was very scared at first and he's still kind of scared. So I feel like someone hopping in that car at a track like Talladega is probably better for him not to race at
Yeah.
Talladega. But they did say that they're only allowing him to run short tracks. He can't run intermediates or super speedways. Which
Now,
I think is kind of silly. I think you should be able to run intermediates.
honestly, I think just they could do the same thing they're doing with RCR, like in Cletus. Um, just have a team get him signed up for like a truck. Like, I feel part of the reason he got disqualified is he kind of is it's a free car. RCR um isn't like he didn't take a spot away from somebody, but I feel like that's still the issue is that somebody more deserving or um more skilled could have been in that car to show his like their worth, and I think if you just put him in a truck, less people would be upset at it.
Yeah,
Like
I
give
mean,
him.
I would love to see him run more than just ARCA and like 2 or 3 O'Reilly races a
Oh,
year.
I mean, like, I'm happy he's taken an interest in the sport for sure. If he wants to do it, full in support of him doing it.
He has potential to like do good. I was watching his video, and at the end, I think it's his crew chief. It was either crew chief or one of his engineers said, I like pretty much said like I had doubts with you at first, but then I saw you race in the ARCA race, and I understand. Like I can see that you have potential now, and I thought that was cool. It was like even just watching him, like he's putting in the time and effort. He's not just trying to fast track his way up in the cup just to get into a cup car. He said he doesn't want to race a cup car anytime soon. He's not ready for that.
You think
But
that's his goal?
I
I don't
honestly don't
know.
know. I think if he was given the opportunity, he would take it. But I don't think it would be like if he doesn't ever get a cup. If he doesn't ever get to drive a cup car, I don't think he'd be upset.
I also don't think he would do it for more than like a year or two.
Yeah.
Like I don't foresee him having a full-on career out of NASCAR. I could be wrong. I mean, you could show me this clip in 2 years, and you know he's driving in Cup. Like, who knows?
Only
But
time will tell.
real quick, I would like to bring up the point I bring up every episode. The Sponsor a Race channel is available for anyone who would like to help GFI run their servers or get cool little trophies for the series winners. It costs $10. You get to name the race. You get a little image for a logo, and like I said, it helps keep the league running. Um, Cliff and all the admins really appreciate it, as do all of us. The drivers. You guys donating helps keep this fun league going. So thank you guys, and also the GFI NASCAR Fantasy League is still open. Anyone can sign up, draft your drivers, and at the end of the season, if you have the most points, you get a free $25 iRacing gift card to spend on tracks or cars or whatever you want. It has to be one of those two things, though. Do they have a shop?
I don't think
Like
you
a
can use iRacing credits for it.
Well, then you can only spend it on one of those two things.
Or you can spend
So
it on putting up hosted sessions.
there you go. A hidden third thing. Or you could gift it to somebody else. If you have everything already. Look at that. A fourth option. There's so many things you could do with that, guys. So get on in there. I think I sold that well, right? We kind of breezed your intro a little bit there, Kevin. I'd like to introduce you again. This is Kevin Tracy, one of the ill-fated drivers. As we mentioned before, he is new. This is his second race, and I think we mentioned it's like his sixth to eighth race in total. So, Kevin, how long have you been into NASCAR?
I was really into it as a kid. Didn't know much about anything, just liked watching the fast cars. Close family friend was a mechanic who worked on the drag cars at the Atco Speedway in New Jersey. So cars were always a pretty big part of my childhood. And then I kind of fell off of it for a bit. And then as of right around like November of 2025, so when I started watching the NASCAR races with you guys, and then watching you guys do the sim racing, and it got me hooked again, and maybe want to get a sim setup of my own and try it out.
Well, what do you think so far?
It's really fun. I like learning the cars. I like all the tracks. I like making cool liveries for the cars. It's just a good time.
Do you have a favorite driver?
Why do you say it so
Um,
sexually?
I didn't. I was scratching my foot.
I wouldn't say I have a favorite driver. I have a couple I like watching. I think the most entertaining for me to watch is probably Hocevar.
Good
I
choice.
Yeah, he's a Hurricane Hocevar, but I like watching the risky moves he does. It's fun to see him pay off sometimes. Sucks to see them not pay off sometimes, but yeah, is what it is.
See, but I know of another driver that you really like that you didn't mention.
Oh yes, there's a hidden gem in NASCAR by the name Alfredo. He's on the come up. Get your bets
Oh,
in now. He's going to be a top cup racer, top 10 finish every race in the next year or two.
the real life Austin Dan.
Yeah, except Alfredo and
Dang,
not Austin Dan. Completely different person, different car.
dang. Yeah, Austin Dan, I guess, is real life. That is him.
Austin Dan exists outside of iRacing. He is a person.
Yep. 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 Weird to think about sometimes.
Yeah, we're all NPCs in each other's worlds.
Yeah, like there's full on lives going on within everybody in the league instead of just
Yeah,
seeing them on the track and going, ah, you
like
know.
real life people with their own problems and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Now I see a note here for someone to ask you. Who's the best CS player in ill-fated racing?
Okay, this is
Parentheses. I don't know. I'm just spitballing questions that aren't repeats. Parentheses.
this is a really easy one. I'm gonna have to go with our team psychiatrist, Devin Lawrence. He really knows how to play. Just incredible game sense, aim rating off the charts, perfect utility every round we play. Most of the times that we play with him, I feel like I don't even have to really play at all. I can just sit and spawn most of the time, and he'll take care of the round for us. But that's a pretty easy question to answer. I don't think anybody would disagree with that take.
That's probably the best take I've heard in my time of being alive.
I'm sure he'll be delighted when he watches this and hears you drop his name as the best.
Yeah, sometimes people, his haters question his grenade throwing, um, but I just say they don't have game sense like he does, and just can't really conceptualize what he was trying to do, because he's just leagues above us. But yeah, that is by far the best player on our team.
Back to the sim racing. And I know you joined a little late. I think it's the 8th race of the season.
hmm
What are your hopes for the end of the season? Like, what are you hoping to achieve?
Just to be within one car length of the car behind me for one race. Um, it's it's nice learning the track in the car, um, but just being able to run with the pack a little bit. I'm not expecting to get any top tens or anything like that. I just want to get my speed up.
You want to gain some confidence?
Yeah, it's I just need to learn how to how to do stuff better.
Well, next week is Bristol. We've somehow done pretty decent at the short tracks. Um, don't put yourself down yet, you might get a top 10 next week, man. You never know.
Yeah, I mean you never truly know. Everybody could wreck out meatball, and I could take first place.
Yeah, exactly.
Unlikely. And it's
Yeah.
not putting myself down. I'm just aware of how new I am, and not expecting much. Just want to make small improvements each race.
Well, it's a good mentality to have. I hope for your sake that what you want happens sooner than at the end of the season, though. Um,
Yeah, most importantly, I just want to drive with confidence and not have to worry about wrecking other people because I'm not confident enough. I want to be the level where I'm confident enough to drive the track and race kind of hard and not feel like I'm gonna make a mistake and wreck somebody all the time.
Sorry if my cat was talking over you. Luna, oh my god. Can you hear her?
Yes.
Yeah.
Luna's loud, bro. I
She's,
can
you're
always
telling
hear
me.
her over the mic.
Bro, she comes into my room at 3 in the morning screaming. It's so aggravating. But what can you do?
Insert picture of Luna being flashbanged by Ben's phone camera.
Is there anything you wanted to ask us, Kevin? I know probably not, considering you talk to us pretty much every day. If you wanted to ask us, you could have asked us already.
I talk to you guys daily. We've been best friends for over 10 years now. I think it's about it. Like, I don't know.
That's fair. You know, it's just a question I felt like I should ask as a host. Um, Now next week we do have a special guest coming on. I'll keep who it is hidden for now, but I would like to mention that
It's Lando Norris of F1.
dang, and also Chase Elliott. He's coming on because he heard that we just mentioned him. Kevin, you're gonna have to deal with that as a Elliott hater. It's all right.
And also Lightning McQueen.
Dang, bro, I don't think we have room for all those people.
Ciao.
That guy's a car. Um, Fantastic movie, by the way. I think that's what got me into NASCAR.
Yeah, definitely for sure. Forgot to mention that. Cars definitely sowed that seed.
Like, just an absolutely amazing movie. Like, not even like bias. I think it is Pixar's best film.
Yeah, it's a
It,
crown jewel for sure.
it's I've talked to our friends before, and they've given me some flack for it. But
Who gives you flack for liking cars?
who do you think? Please tell me who you think. When I said that Cars was my number one Pixar movie, what two people do you think gave me any flack for that? One of them is on our racing team.
That really narrows it down.
One of them is on our team but
I'm gonna
hasn't
say,
raced.
yeah, I'm gonna say it's probably Devin and Miguel.
No.
All right.
But yes. Yes on Devin.
I don't know who has beef with cars like that.
Someone who's really into movies.
Jared?
Yeah. I said that it was my top Pixar movie, and they called me insane and brought up Toy Story and um, is Up. I don't know if they brought up Up.
Okay, but if we're talking about like just straight up franchise movies, like Cars has to be up there.
Cars is a
That's what,
generational movie.
specifically the first
It
one.
really is.
The third one's okay. The second
Like,
one's
okay, here's the
goofy.
thing, right? You can look at any car from the Cars universe, and you can tell that it's from Cars. If you get any character from like Up, that's not the main three, like being the old man, the little kid, and the dog, and I guess
And the
the bird.
peacock. Yeah.
They won't be able to tell you where that's from. That could be any Pixar
That's a
movie.
fantastic point. That's
In terms of culture and brand recognizability, Cars takes the cake.
and like there's a clear lesson for kids to learn in that, with like the not to let like your ego kind of
Exactly, and
be your personality.
I'm a huge fan of Toy Story as well. But I think Toy Story, those later movies just just weren't hitting the same. They were trying to recreate lightning in a bottle with the newer movies. They're trying to recreate what the older movies did, and they didn't let the new movies have a charm of their own. And that's just a problem. In Cars, we see the development of Lightning McQueen getting to the top, and then him falling so low that these new he can't keep up with these new cars.
Yeah. But see, I don't know. I thought 3 was okay. I wasn't crazy about it. Um, it was
Also,
the same
Mater,
thing. Yeah.
Mater, best supporting character outside of Donkey in an animated
Fantastic!
film.
Oh my god, Mater was so good he got his own movie. And it wasn't even people
Like,
say it's bad. It wasn't even bad. It was a Mater movie.
and are you kidding me? Toe Mater, like tomato.
Yeah, it
Come on,
was it was a
come
Mater
on.
movie, and if you thought it was gonna be serious, that's your own issue. The racing in the second one was also entertaining. Like the people who were there for the
Mm-hmm.
Lightning McQueen stuff, you didn't miss out because the racing was fun to watch in the second one.
Exactly, and that's just swing it back to Mater. Those of you who know Cars lore, um, he has a paint job that Ramon gives him where he's blue, and he has white walled tires. When's the last time you saw a tow truck that's like a nice robin's egg blue with white walled tires?
Yep, and
You
if we're
can't.
bringing that up, if we're bringing up all of Mater's uh like banger facts, he's done literally everything. He has a whole show about how he did everything. He's been in
Yeah,
Japan.
and
He was a drift truck.
listen,
He has a
yeah,
UFO
put
band.
put Mater in the truck series, and there would be like a 10-second gap every
While he's
single
driving
race.
backwards. He'd be driving
While
backwards.
backwards, exactly.
his tongue waving and dragging on the pavement.
Like these new gen trucks, like they've never run away from a giant farming car, a wheat harvester after tractor tipping.
Yeah. Why did they cook so
They don't.
hard with those movies? What was up with that? Yeah, lightning in a bottle, as you said. Perfect way to describe it. Like they nailed it. Glad we went on that
And they
tangent,
and
though.
they didn't try to redo plot points in the subsequent movies. They let each movie be their own movie, despite what backlash it got. I know some people weren't a big fan of the spy
I,
stuff.
the
Some
third
people
one
weren't a big
was
fan of the.
the
They
third
weren't
one
a big
was
fan of
kind
the.
of the same point though as one, which was Lightning McQueen had a high ego and wasn't gonna let like the new drivers overcome him when he was coming to the point where he
Yeah,
had to
and that
retire.
and that's what we call a full circle moment. Know what else is a full circle? Tires on a car.
Okay, all right.
It's they just think
I'm
it's like it's a truly fourth dimensional movie.
I can't argue with what you just said there, but I will argue with the fact that it is a very similar plot point to the first one.
Mm-mm,
Okay.
mm-mm,
All right.
mm-mm.
We'll agree to disagree. I'm fine with that.
But,
But
but here's the thing though. It's different because at this point, Lightning McQueen's
oh
already
my
he's already at the top and doesn't want to let that go. In the first
yeah.
movie, he's trying to make a name for himself still. He wants that piston cup so badly to
Yeah, but
prove
it's still
himself.
about it's the situation is different, but it's still about egos and letting
It's
go
him
of the
realizing
ego.
he needs to apply the same lesson regardless of his stature and status in life. And that's the last lesson he needed to learn in his career
Did
was
Doc
that you just
Hudson
don't
die
you
in the second movie? He wasn't in the
spoiler.
second movie.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's been years. Did Doc
S-
Hudson die in the third movie? I know he was dead in the third movie. Did he die in between the first and second, or second and third?
He dies off screen.
So- okay. Yeah, you were so um informational about these movies. I thought you would have known.
Well, I mean, this is just me plucking from the archives of my brain. Haven't seen them in well over 10 years.
Well, got a lot of good memory. I was hoping you would, remember. I just remember that he died or was dead in the third one. He, he probably died between the second and third one because that was like a huge plot point.
Hmm. Well, no, he dies like he dies in the second one, but it's like between Cars and Cars 2.
Oh, see, that's exactly what I was asking. Okay, so you did know.
Yeah, I thought you were just requesting the manner in
Okay.
which he died.
No, I mean I don't. I was just asking if you knew when he died, and then you said no, and then, and then you hit me with the exact question I was asking. You're funny. You're funny for that. Thank you so much, Kevin, for joining us, and thank
Of
you so
course.
much for taking my position as the co-host for next week and the following week.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm very
Uh,
excited to listen to the
Kevin,
episode while I'm on vacation.
yeah, Kevin will be carrying a lot of the talking points. I'm just not equipped enough to speak on them.
I don't I
Um,
don't know, man. You just went on a 20-minute tangent with me over the movie Cars. I think
And
you have
and we'll have a guest for Bristol, so it'll probably also derail into stuff that has nothing to do with racing,
mm-hmm.
which is
as long as we cover
you'd excel.
yeah, as long as you cover the racing stuff so that people are aware of like if they missed or something. Just so or see what cup drivers are running points wise, all that stuff. Then you could really talk about whatever you want.
Yeah, Kevin can be the facts guy. I'll be the wild card.
Yeah, that's you
It's like Key and Peele.
yeah. What does that make me? Thank you so much for joining this episode of the Lucky Dog Podcast. As always, here is a little outro we put together. This one is from our dear friend Branden, and it's his song Yemp.